This is a beginning clarinet video. I'm going to remind you how to put the clarinet together, how to make the right sound with your mouth and your embouchure, and hopefully play a few notes. If you can do this, it'll help remind you how to do everything at home. So if you get lost, you can back it up and do the video from the beginning, or start over, or start and stop, or pause whenever you need to, all right? So this is beginning clarinet. First things first, remember, there should be a number on top of your case before you open it. When you open your case, look inside and see how everything is sitting in there. Everyone's case is slightly different. Look, very much important for those keys right there. Also notice, remember, one has cork on both ends. One piece has cork just on one end. That'll help you orient yourself. The bell's pretty easy because it's just one shape, and so is the barrel, and so is the mouthpiece. It's all about these two pieces where they are. Again, one piece only has cork on one end, it's bigger. Then one piece has cork on both ends. Look for the keys off to the side. Make sure it goes back the same way you're getting it out, okay? First things first, remember, you take your reed, you put it in your mouth. While your reed is in your mouth, I'm going to put my clarinet together. Remember, take the bell out first. Once the bell is out, I'm going to grab the piece that's only got cork on one end. I'm also going to get my cork grease. Remember, just a little bit of cork grease. Twist, twist, twist. There you go, first piece. Next piece, a little bit of cork grease. Remember, the important part is the little keys that hang down. That's what you've got to find. If they're like this, up in the air, no good. The little keys need to be down, okay? Then remember, off here on the side is a little mechanism that has to line up with that. So I kind of line it up back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Make sure this part is lined up right here. Also, you'll know it's correct because all the holes are lined up on the top of it, or the front. So if all the holes are lined up, then on the back, you'll see your thumb rest and one hole in this piece. That's all on the back, lined up. And again, real importantly, right here on the side, these keys and this little mechanism has to be lined up with each other to play correctly. Now I still got my reed. Remember, when you put it on, very carefully slide it across. Then what holds my reed on it actually looks different than yours. But it slides down over. Remember, kind of push it down. Get your reed so that it looks correctly across the top here, and your metal part is down here, and you'll have screws sticking out to the side on this side. So your screws will be here. The ligature will be down away from the round part of the reed. And the top part has to be right in line with the top of the reed. Once that's all set, I'll go ahead and put a little bit of cork grease on this, just a little bit. And I'm going to put my barrel on. Remember, if it goes on real easy, that's not it. It has to be the other side, the side that has to kind of screw on there. So there's my barrel, it's ready to go. Now remember, I don't just want a buzzing sound, I want a really nice sound. So I'll do a kind of an ugly sound first. But that's not very pretty. Remember, you say ah, o, e. Say he, 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 he. You got to think of the sound like you're doing the word he. I'm biting on the top. My lip is rolling. And again, the angle is super important. It's not this. It's basically straight up and down, but then it tilts just a little bit. My chin actually pushes up just a little bit. I also realized I'm dropping my chin some. Okay? So I'm dropping my chin a little bit. I just realized that. So if you're not getting it to sound, drop your chin some. Now that that's sounding nice, I'll put it on the clarinet. Remember, I should be able to see the hole and see this part, and then I put it on so you can see the reed is lined up with, the metal part is lined up with this hole. That's all got to be in line. Now remember, when you go to hold it, your right hand, the one you write with, it swings around and comes up and stops. There's your thumb rest. Chink, thumb rest. Not on top of it, not here, underneath it. It comes up, chink, and stops. Then on top, 1, 2, 3. That's the easy one. You've got to get the fingers right there. 1, 2, 3. Pinky floats in the air. Later on, the pinky will work these keys, but right now it floats. Other hand, your left hand. It's got to hit the thumb behind and on top. 3 open holes. 1, 2, 3. 3 open holes. So you've got to feel 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You've got to feel all 6 of those holes. Again, pinkies are floating in the air. Pinkies are floating in the air. And it's like you've got a can of pop. It's got to be curved. It's got to be curved to get that right. So again, down here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is what I want you to try to play. First, just play open. Try to get it to sound just like me. Don't forget you're saying he. Once you've got a nice sound, establish that sound. Now you're going to close your thumb and keep it down. Then first finger, second finger, third finger, right in a row. So first your thumb goes down, then first finger, second finger, third finger. So it'll sound like this. Establish the sound first. Listen again and try to match me. One more time. Try to play along. If you're brave and you've got all those fingers down, keep them down, and then you can add 4, 5, 6 on the bottom, okay? But you'd have to keep these down, and they have to be down and kind of firm. I'm pushing down, not sort of pushing down. I'm really pushing down on these. Got to cover up those holes. So here, I'll try the whole thing all the way down. If you're brave, back up a little bit. I'll play that one more time. Try practicing at home, being careful as you go. Go slowly. trying to match what I sound like. If you can make it sound just like me with all that control and one nice long breath, then you're doing really, really good. Again, before you play, always you take a breath in like you're gonna blow up a balloon. Before you play, you've got to breathe in air, okay? So let's take it apart real quick. I always take this off, kind of set it over to the side. Remember, ice cream cone, so I turn it upside down. Gonna drop my cloth through the whole thing. We can do magic. There's my magic. Take it apart. I hope you remember, where does it go? Carefully twist back and forth and back and forth. I almost forgot. There it is. In general, you've got to be able to see the holes. The holes have to be on the part that you see. If you can't see the hole sticking up, you put it upside down, so be careful, okay? Take my reed off. See, I gotta find my, there it is. Again, when you put it in here, be careful to push it in, but don't shove it in, okay? Because if you push it in too hard, it's really hard to get out. Again, I've got this part. Gonna do magic. Ta-da! Put that back in. Cover up my cork grease. I take this and I just kind of wind it around real loosely. Shove that in. And that's it. So try to watch this video. If you can just spend 15 minutes a day, every other day on your clarinet, that would be wonderful. Try to get it in a nice consistent sound. If you can make it sound just like I'm sounding, then you're off to a really great start. Thanks.